Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The Dukedom of Wellington was bestowed upon the victorious hero who defeated Napoleon at the legendary Battle of Waterloo. Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke, was not only a military genius, but also a pivotal political figure. His leadership during the Napoleonic Wars and subsequent role as Prime Minister left an indelible mark on British history. The Wellington lineage continued through his descendants, each contributing to the family's legacy. Originating from Ireland, this family has remained at the very heart of British and European society for the past 2 centuries. The current Duke is living the legacy, owning places like Stratfield Saye House, Apsley House in the heart of London, and even a charming estate in Granada. But what ties all this history and grandeur together? A magnificent tiara passed down through generations. It's not just any piece of jewelry, it's a symbol of their storied past and a crown jewel of their collection. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Elizabeth Wellesley, Duchess of Wellington, played a prominent role at the royal court as a close attendant to Queen Victoria. Her tenure as a Lady of the Bedchamber began in 1843 and continued until 1858. This role was one of great intimacy and trust, as ladies of the bedchamber would often be in close personal contact with the Queen. In 1861, Elizabeth ascended to the position of Mistress of the Robes, a role reserved for duchesses that carried significant prestige and responsibility. She fulfilled this role until 1868 and later from 1874 to 1880. As Mistress of the Robes, Elizabeth Wellesley had precedence over all other ladies at court. Her position meant she was present at every state occasion, overseeing the Queen's personal finances related to her wardrobe and presiding over the household table when in residence. This role was intricately linked with the political landscape, as the Mistress of the Robes was traditionally a political appointment that could change with the government. Elizabeth's family was also closely connected to the royal household. Her sister, Susan, Marchioness of Dalhousie, served as a Lady of the Bedchamber in 1842, while her brother, William, 10th Marquess of Tweeddale, held the position of Lord High Commissioner to the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland under Queen Victoria's patronage. In her personal life, on April 18, 1839, Elizabeth married Arthur Wellesley, Marquess of Douro, who later became the 2nd Duke of Wellington. The marriage, which was arranged, may not have been particularly joyful, and they had no children. However, Elizabeth developed a profound connection with her father-in-law, the celebrated 1st Duke of Wellington. Upon her husband's accession to the title in 1852, Elizabeth became the Duchess of Wellington. This brought her to Stratfield Saye House in Hampshire and Apsley House in London, both significant residences of the Wellington family. Her service as Mistress of the Robes spanned the administrations of several prime ministers, evidencing her adaptability and the respect she commanded across varied political landscapes. Elizabeth, Duchess of Wellington, was a prominent figure at various royal events for decades, where her presence was marked by the exquisite jewels she adorned. The newspapers of the time often highlighted her glittering appearances at drawing rooms and other court functions where her selection of jewels made an impression. The diamond tiara she wore dates back to at least the 1850s. As a key piece in her jewelry collection, the Duchess of Wellington was seen with the Wellington tiara in numerous portraits and engravings, one of which was notably published by Francis Hall in 1859. One significant event where the Duchess wore her tiara was at the wedding of the Prince of Wales and Princess Alexandra of Denmark in 1863, a grand royal ceremony that demanded the finest attire. A preparatory sketch by artist George Houseman Thomas for his painting of the 1863 wedding depicted the intricate details of her diamond tiara's scroll and knot design elements. The Guardian, covering the wedding, remarked upon the magnificent tiara of diamonds gracing the Duchess, enhancing her calm and stately beauty that required no such embellishment. The Duchess of Wellington is dressed for a ceremonial occasion, possibly opening Parliament in this picture, and though the attire resembles a wedding gown, Queen Victoria had been in mourning since December 1861, implying the photo was likely taken earlier that same year. In 1858, at a drawing room event, she was noted to have worn a coronet of diamonds, accompanied by the fashionable lappets and feathers. 2 years on, in 1860, she was documented wearing a fine tiara and necklace of single-stone diamonds. Despite her unhappy marriage with the second Duke of Wellington, with whom she had no children, her position and the jewels she wore, including the tiara, remained symbols of her status. After the second Duke's death in 1884, the dukedom, along with the tiara, passed on to his nephew, while the Dowager Duchess lived for another 20 years. Although the third Duchess was never pictured wearing the tiara, Kathleen, the fourth Duchess, embraced the family heirloom wholeheartedly. Her most memorable tiara moments include a series of portraits from 1906 and another portrait where she's dressed in Spanish attire, likely captured at the Wellington family's estate in Spain. She was also sketched wearing the tiara on the cover of a newspaper. Kathleen Williams, as the Duchess of Wellington during the 1902 coronation, was documented by the press wearing what they referred to as her famous diamond crown alongside her ceremonial attire. Her tenure as a tiara wearer extended into the reign of King George V and Queen Mary. She was observed at the state opening of Parliament in February 1911, adorned with the diamond tiara, complemented by a heavy lace veil that framed her face and cascaded down her back. Kathleen continued to shine in the grand diamond tiara during the flurry of events surrounding the coronation that followed shortly after. For a period, none of the subsequent duchesses were captured in portraits or photographs wearing the Wellington tiara until a notable resurgence in 1977. It was Princess Antonia of Prussia who brought the tiara back into the limelight. She wore it at her wedding to Charles Wellesley, the Marquis of Douro, heir to the 8th Duke of Wellington, on February 2, 1977. The tiara, loaned to her by her mother-in-law, Diana McConnell, signified the union of royal and aristocratic heritage, as Antonia herself was the daughter of Prince Friedrich of Prussia and Lady Bridget Guinness. The ceremony, held at St. Paul's Church in Knightsbridge, was attended by several members of the royal family, including the Queen Mother and the Prince of Wales. The grand Wellington tiara, with its historic significance, adorned Princess Antonia's veil as she walked down the aisle, marking a new chapter in the tiara's story. Years later, after Antonia became the Duchess of Wellington in 2014, she continued to honor the heritage of the tiara by wearing it at significant events. She was seen in the antique Wellington tiara at the recreation of the famous Waterloo banquet at Apsley House, celebrating the bicentenary of the Battle of Waterloo in 2015, alongside distinguished guests including the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall. Though not pictured, the Duchess likely wore the tiara once again for the Spanish state banquet in 2017. Another appearance in the tiara was at the 2019 state opening of Parliament. At the state opening of Parliament in 2023, Princess Antonia was once again the embodiment of elegance, pairing the Wellington tiara with the Duchess of Wellington's diamond earrings. While she has access to other tiaras, the Wellington tiara remains a magnificent heirloom that we will undoubtedly see at more royal events in the future, carrying on the family's storied tradition. Alongside the tiara, the Wellington family has safeguarded other splendid pieces of jewelry, including diamond necklaces, earrings, and various ornaments, as integral parts of their heritage. One remarkable example includes a set of diamond earrings, each featuring a prominent pear-shaped diamond encircled by substantial collate diamonds and topped with another sizable diamond. These earrings, originating from diamonds in the Order of the Saint-Esprit badge gifted to the first Duke of Wellington by King Louis XVIII, boast a lineage tracing back to King Louis XIV. The second Duchess of Wellington initially showcased these diamond earrings. They were later seen adorning Kathleen, the fourth Duke of Wellington's wife, in a series of portraits from 1906. During these sessions, she was captured wearing the Wellington tiara along with other family jewels, including these diamond earrings, which were notably positioned near her shoulders due to her unpierced ears. Princess Antonia, the current Duchess of Wellington, was first seen wearing the diamond earrings alongside the Wellington tiara during the Waterloo banquet at Apsley House in 2015. Furthermore, in 2023, Princess Antonia donned these exquisite earrings with the tiara for the state opening of Parliament. Thank you for joining me in exploring these historical royal treasures. Your support is greatly valued, so please remember to like, subscribe, and share this content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for the latest updates. Your engagement is immensely appreciated.